So I'm Tricky, and this is the third video in a series of short videos that really sort of feature our findings from working on a Windows Phone 7 application. And it's really focused around the design, interactivity and user experience aspects of the project, because that's what we do here at Tricky Business. So once we'd received the prototype for the logo finder application that's demoed in a previous video, the first logical step for us is to sort of go back to the drawing board, so to speak, and isolate the touch points in the experience. And by this, we're really just kind of locking down a scenario that we can then work to and use as a template for the designs that we're going to create. So we really prefer these to be sort of super low fidelity sketches, real sort of back of a napkin type drawings, and we also prefer to try and keep the scenario as a sort of circular experience, with the idea that the user will sort of reach the end and then start again, or sort of go off and recommend the experience and become an ambassador for the brand. So just walking through the touch points that we identified, like I say, we looked at the prototype, took a step back and thought, well, how could this be optimized? And the first step would be to obviously have some kind of menu screen. With a phone application, we're really trying to keep the screens to an absolute minimal. We think the most successful applications are really going to be just maybe one or two screens, so we really don't want to add too much just for the sake of it. So on this menu screen, it's just going to have like a history of previous searches and the opportunity to sort of look up that data or drill down and then take a new photo, which moves us on to step 2. The photo screen, in terms of Windows Phone 7, there's not really a lot we can do in terms of once you've actually activated the camera, and there's not a lot you'd probably want to do, because you want to keep that really simple and just let people take a picture as easily, as simply as possible. So then once the user's taken a photo of the logo, we kind of thought we'll have a preview screen in there, and we weren't really sure about this screen 3, but we felt that it's probably something that some people might want, so we'd put it in as default because we think it's good to have like nice defaults, and then it'd be something that in the settings of the application that you could decide to keep or not. And then once the user's actually previewed and they're happy, they can then confirm the search. We'd then have some kind of matching screen that would hopefully be a really quick kind of loader, but it does give some feedback to the user to let them know that something's happening. And then we'd have a nicely styled Bing results screen as the final screen. So with these touch points identified, we've now got each node of the experience that we need to design. And the next step in the process would be to wireframe